Good morning, this is Mason Moyer and we're here at Quail, and I am taking a second to talk with Don. Why don't you tell me why you're out here today?
We are here, mainly just loving the motorcycles. We wanted to get a good excuse to be here, but the booth that we have here, we're selling a new book I wrote and self-published, Finding Cannonball's Trail. It leads a little bit into why I'm doing the history books. I think actually the kind of passion that people used to have in motorcycling was a little bit more universal in the old days. There still are people like that. I've heard what you're talking about, the things that you guys are doing, which sounds great. And really, as I was growing up, people I think used to be a lot more plugged into knowing what the generations were before them, what had happened, and they were carrying things on. So that's why I wanted to get some history books out there and show people, just like this Cannonball Baker. I mean, riding 300 miles a day in 1914 across the desert and mud. I mean, it's an incredible story, and so few people have ever heard it. And there's thousands of other stories to be told. So
Energica is the first bike, electrical bike, which actually is powered with a fast charge technology, which allows you to ride and to charge in 20 minutes 80% of the battery with a normal public charger that you see all around.
My name is Mert Lawwell, and I'm an innovator of a lot of things that has to do with starting with bicycles and motorcycles and prosthetics. So I got sort of like 3 careers, if you will.
What's probably the most memorable event you've ever had in your life?
Well, there's 2 things. First, national event that you win always looms high. And the second thing was I enjoyed myself working with Steve McQueen in making the On Any Sunday movie. That was a very meaningful experience. In fact, from that experience, I got to know Steve McQueen very well, and he actually saved my racing career.
We're here with Locke Baker, and he is going to tell us a little bit about his company.
My company is Eastern Fabrications, or EFAB for short, and it is pretty much me and 2 employees. I would say what makes me different is probably that I build just a higher percentage of the components on a bike. I mean, obviously I've got my style, which, you know, you either dig it or you don't. That's fine, but I really want to make each bike totally better than the last, and I'm really driven by things working better, you know, being more user-friendly, being better fit and finish, any way I can improve it, you know.
Well, I have a little motorcycle company in Austin, Texas called Austin Vintage Cycle. We're here displaying some beautiful Italian ladies for the public to see. And I had this collection of bikes, and so I had this wild scheme. Let's start a restoration facility. And this man was born to do this. And we started the business so that he would have a way to showcase his talents. And here he is. You know, I didn't touch any of these bikes, but the guy, my partner, is now doing what he was born to do 58 years ago. He's finally getting a chance to do it.
Isn't that awesome?
My name is Stefan Hurdle, and I'm the head engineer and co-founder of Revival Cycles.
Fantastic.
Revival Cycles is a motorcycle company, and we specialize in not specializing. So we do everything from antique restoration, preservation, vintage bikes, all the way through modern sport bikes. Building a custom bike is a lot of fun, and it is something that even as an amateur you can do, and you can sort of scale the project to your skills. Go ahead, get your hands dirty, start small, do something simple, and then you can kind of grow from there every year. And a project bike doesn't ever have to be done. You start with one thing and you can work on that bike for the rest of your life, and you keep making it uniquely yours. You'll never see another one on the road, and you have the satisfaction of having done it yourself. So I always encourage everybody to just go for it. Get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to break something.
Have chosen the motorcycles that they believe best represent history, relevance, condition, you name it. And here it is again, Rob Dollar with his 1925 R37 BMW, presented by Summer Hooker. Scooter timepiece. Thank you for our friends at Scooter. Use the watch. Rob, use the watch.